Okay, so now we're going to start programming all of our collisions. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten all this up so that we can create a little bit more space when we zoom out. Sometimes your blocks kind of nest together nicely, which is a great way to kind of move them aside. So we're going to move this over a little bit. And I am currently on the snowball that I want to hit the other one. So one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to do all of these, or a lot of these, when I start as a clone. Okay, so when I want the clones to have the interaction, it's very important that that's how I start. Okay, so when I start as a clone, forever, if, and my action's going to be delete this clone, which I'm going to grab right now. And what I want to do on this one is say if touching, and I'm programming this on snowball, so touching snowball 2. Okay, so when I start as a clone forever, if touching snowball 2, then delete this clone. What this basically does is this makes it so that if the two snowballs collide, they just do what they would do if it was really a snowball fight. They would just go away. Okay, so that makes you able to throw snowballs almost like a little bit of defense, which is great. Okay, now the next thing we have to do is we have to think about, okay, how are we going to make an interaction where when my snowball hits the other penguin, I essentially win after a certain number. Okay, because what we don't want to do is we don't want to throw one snowball, have it hit, boom, win, game over. Okay, that's way too basic. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a variable. Okay, it's basically going to be the health variable for my penguin 2 or the NPC. Okay, and what I would do is I would start a system. You'll notice that I have penguin and snowball, those two go together, and I have penguin 2 and snowball 2, those go together. I'm going to keep up that same theme. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a variable and call it health 2 for all sprites. Okay, I'm going to not show it because we're going to figure that out later. But this is on my penguin 2. And when the green flag starts, sorry, I grabbed the wrong one. I want to set that variable, set my health 2, and I'm going to go ahead and use 3. Okay. Also on here, I am going to do a test, which is when green flag is clicked. You'll notice I grabbed the health one just so I didn't have to go back to that screen. Forever, if then, grab the operators, grab an equal sign. Health 2 is equal to 0, then broadcast a new message that I'm going to call game or you win. Good job of spelling that. Remember, no spaces, no funky characters. Broadcast, you win. Okay, and we'll do something with that later as far as that goes. So when it starts, it sets the health to 3. If the health 2 equals 0, you win. Now we're going to program how it changes. So again, you got to kind of keep track of this. So to change health 2, that's the health of this penguin, they get hit with this snowball. I know because it repeats until touching penguin 2. So when I start as a clone, forever, if then, and if sensing, touching, penguin 2, so just it's the same as this one here. If forever, touching penguin 2, then variables, change health 2 by -1. Okay, when as I start as a clone, change health 2 by -1. Okay, I'm going to have in my backdrops, I'm going to click on my backdrops, go to backdrops. Under the backdrop 1, here we're going to go with a background color that is, bring the saturation up. I don't know. We'll do, since it's the purple penguin, I'll do a purple background. Again, make the box larger than the screen. Text on it will be a lovely shade of neon green. You win. Okay. I'm going to grab this one and I'm going to make it big, and I'm going to also make it centered. Okay, and again, you can mess with that as some more as well. And so we're going to change this backdrop 1 to win. Under code, we're going to go to events. We're going to say when green flag is clicked, and when I receive you win, go to looks, switch backdrop to win, goes there. Switch backdrop to Arctic, goes there. Okay. Now here's also a little piece of code that we're going to make a lot of our penguins do. And that is when we receive you win, we hide. Now remember, we can't put a hide in without a show. So make sure we show then these at the green flag. Okay? And I would do the same thing on this penguin. When I receive you win, hide. And when I click the green flag, show. So if I hit him 3 times, you win. Okay? And I will set his up. I believe his snowballs were detached. Yes, they were, because of a previous video. And that would be something we can affect as well. So the exact same programming can be done in the opposite direction. So if snowball 2 hits penguin, you want to have all of those same things in there and controlling a health variable. In the next video, I'm going to show you how do we make it so that the penguins change as they get hit the first time, then the second time, then the third time.